Good morning, world. It is time once again to raid and pillage as the Golden Horde. We're playing as the iconic Horde. We're refusing to westernize or reform our government. Our goal is to do what we want in the east and to simply stomp all over the west. Basically have some fun as a Horde and play to all the strengths of the Horde. Where we left off last time, we had just declared war on the Orient Horde. We need to secure our position in the east and give ourselves an opening to China. The Orient Horde has grown surprisingly strong, demolishing parts of Manchu, even subjugating Manchu, consuming half of Tibet and making strong alliances to the south, with Shan not too threatening in themselves, but acting as a gateway towards Ayutthaya, who, well, pretty big. Pretty damn big, and if memory serves, their ideas aren't too bad. Although thankfully they haven't really got many of them. That's good. Although they have managed to get military drill, so that'll be a pain. We allied ourselves with Hindustan in the hopes that they would at least act as a punching bag, but they refused to join our war. What a pain. I said raid and pillage, not rape and pillage. This is a family-friendly stream. Now, the odds look pretty even at a glance, but I'm confident that we can overcome them without too much hassle. I'm still hoping they put up a good fight, though. There's nothing more enjoyable than an uphill battle. A few things I want to check before we start jumping into things. Unfortunately, I don't have a free diplomat to check and see what the war score would be for various things. But it's pretty important that Ayutthaya and Shan cannot bring their troops up here. If they can't get their troops up here, this will be a cakewalk. All really depends if they can get military access to Tibet or Ming. If they can, they can walk up to the Orient. Otherwise, you know, they're not going to get access to my ally of Hindustan, and they would have to juggle with other people here. So I want to see Tibet's opinions. If I look at their opinion of Shan, yeah, they've set them as a rival. They're never going to give military access to Shan. Ayutthaya, on the other hand, they probably will. Yeah. I can probably expect to see Ayutthaya's troops making an appearance. Of course, there's also Ming to worry about. Ming, how do you feel about Shan? Okay, Ming likes Shan, so I can expect to see the troops coming up here. I'm going to hold on a defensive here. These provinces I have terrible supply limits, so I can expect them to hopefully burn away on my land, and then I'll finish them off. It's also mostly plains, so if I do fight them here, I can expect a good bit of Horde bonus. I still want to keep this stack on reserve over in the west, and I need to be ready to jump on Crimea when my truce runs out. I also need to make sure I keep forging claims on Crimea, because I want to wipe them off the map. When I come to blow with the Ottomans, I only want them to be able to come towards me at Bessarabia and Imereti. I might even give Bessarabia to Poland, just to ensure that Ottomans never get access through it, because the Poles hate the Ottomans. They're never going to allow them access. I hope. I would have thought they would have had them as a rival by now, but maybe not. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Meanwhile, I'm recruiting some extra troops to come over and help out with the cause. We'll be fine. Let's get this show on the road. Those cores should help us out quite a bit. Right. Here they come into Argin. As usual, I'm going to play on the defensive. If I rush in and carpet siege the Orient and then Ayuta pops up, well, I'm going to be in trouble. I also want my vassals to come and attach to me so that I can enjoy using their generals, because I seldom invest in generals myself. I'm going to get defensive mentality to enjoy much longer sieges. Right, now let's have a quick look at this. The cost of vassalizing the Orient on their own is immense, so that's not going to happen anytime soon. I will want the Mongol released as an independent nation, although for reasons later on, I don't think I want that soon. There's a lot I want to do in China. A lot I want to do with China. So it could well be that my goal might only be to take these two provinces for now. But only for now. We'll see how it goes. Should have kept my eyes on the prize there. My vassal's getting beaten about. I'm just going to let him burn there for a bit. These terrible support limits are going to hurt me as well, unfortunately. Always going to take the claim. It's never worth losing the stability. Have I marked them as a rival? I have. Good. Better than good, that's excellent. He's coming for me in Kerry with a surprising number of troops. But we know how to deal with that. Kill them. Okay, good. We've got another claim on Crimea. Let's keep that ball rolling. Yeah, I'm gonna want Yetistan. Anything that's my culture and my religion. I'll take it all. Last time we managed to flesh out our ideas, which reduced coring time and cost. So that's good. Oh, he's got a phenomenal leader there. He's tearing me apart. But with a bit of backup from our friends, we can deal with that. Troops here are complete. Bring them together here. Attrition could be one of my biggest enemies in this war. I'm not pursuing that. So it's a good thing I'm dripping with diplomatic power. I'll be able to pay off any excess any excess war exhaustion that I get. I hope it doesn't come from my colony here. It's I have perhaps left it a bit too open. Come on! Not ideal for us, but thankfully we had the Horde bonus. He got a few very good rolls there. Thankfully I'm not seeing any of Ayuta or Shan's troops just yet. Don't know why. Morale of armies, eh? I'd like that, but I'll have the one that pays for himself for now. Try and split my armies up a bit and come down upon him as hard as I can. Oh, there's Sean. Thankfully these guys have a little bit of a lacking in military technology, and I'm sure they don't have as good ideas as I do. Now the Horde have fleshed out offensive, which means they have forced march. I'm hoping that doesn't bite me in the arse. Now, if I assume that they didn't have access through Ming, they don't, do they? Well, you've got access through Ming, but I don't care about you, Shan. You can't field many troops. Ayuta can. But if he only has access to Tibet, then he can only get as far... Well, what I'm saying is Karkan is a choke point, and it's mostly mountains. If I throw down as many troops as I can there, 17,000 seems to be the limit. But we'll go above and beyond that. I should be able to hold them off there. Hopefully it works as a choke point. Can't take my eyes off the west though. Never know when Ukraine's going to revolt with Orthodox people. Right. I don't really want to take Kaffa because it's not my anything, but I'll have to if I want to take Crimea proper. What a shame. Shipbuilding time plus 50%. Oh no, the war is lost. My king makes a great general, but I'm not going to assign him here. I don't want to lose the 2 stability. Oh no. Right, Circassia, I'm actually going to change your culture because I don't want no Georgians in my land. I'm going to start converting Moskva. Hopefully I can make it. The noose is closing around your neck, Orient. That's some real heavy attrition there. It's not even a horrible winter yet. Oh! Forgot about that. Integration is indeed a slow process. Right, where did I inherit some troops? These useless guys. Just gonna ditch the infantry, keep the rest of them. Pile on a few more men. Pretty horrible warfare, these enormous chunky provinces with several month travel times. They can be a real pain. Speaking of real pain, that huge stack there. I know they're enjoying their attrition and everything, but making me a little nervous. Now they're making a move over here. Majority of it, and it seems about half and half. I'll be watching. Look at him fighting with his mind control. I can't underestimate these orient soldiers. And there it goes. Come on, hold firm, Perm. I'll save you. I reward my followers. Doing a pretty good job. Who's going to be the first to chicken out? Oh, sweet. My vassals held the line firm. Good job. I'm proud. With any luck, Shan will be retreating all the way down there. Get them out of this war. Perm have got military 12, so do Novgorod, so do Ukraine. My vassals are punching above their weight. Oh, this is going to be over in a flash. You'll never take me. Bryansk of all places. I subjugated you guys years ago. Get out of here. It's all coming down for the orient. What? These guys are insane. Oh no, not the Grand Captain. Place you with an even grander captain. Give me morale. Generating a bit of war exhaustion, but not too much, thanks in part to the Horde national ideas reducing the effects of attrition. I ain't stupid enough to run face first into those guys. All that land that I integrated, it's all Mongol, so I don't get any additional revolt risk from it. It's all part of my culture group. Only gives you minor malices to tax and manpower, probably something else. Mighty Perm General Gavril Cheshkidov. He's taken names. I think I'm going to go for 100% on the orient. I might piece out Ayuta separately. Although if I just carpet this guy, I won't even have to worry about that. Production or trade? Production hands down makes me more money, so I'm going for that. Time for yet more claims on Crimea. Don't really want Bessarabia, but why not? I have to keep an eye on my coalition map mode because I don't want to give the Ottomans any reason to join a coalition against me. Although for the most part nobody cares about my actions. Problem is, as a horde, as part of your government things, you get 50% less better relations over time. So if you look there, my aggressive expansion is only going to degrade very slowly by about 2 per year. We got this. Ayuta finally make an appearance, but they're having second thoughts. Fine by me. Get out of here. scum. Keep the colonies going. It's just free land, no aggressive expansion, no waste of points. It's just land waiting to be taken for the Horde. Right, I need to pay attention to that. They're going to try and destroy the Ukrainian troops. What is more, that land is almost all desert, so they're going to get their full bonus. Perhaps I can dissuade them. Huh. Or we could just take the land, and I don't particularly care either way. Not my theologian, I needed him. He kept the revolts under control. Right, yeah, he's attacking me on desert plains. He gets the full bonus. But he still doesn't have the next military tech level, and our most of our things are far superior. Don't know why our tactics aren't. Okay. Right, we're getting the insufficient support thing because we have too much cavalry. Because Ukraine is considered the main part of this battle, so we're going to get minced. Unfortunate. But we're not dead yet. Get out of here. You're not welcome here. These guys got wrecked. I'm just going to tell them to hang fire, rest, recuperate. Oh, Yuta really wants to come at me. Surely, though. Surely they're not going to fight me in these mountains. These horrible Tibetan mountains. All the while, they should be taking pretty horrible attrition. Hopefully. Still nowhere near wanting peace, though. Let's see if we can't finish off these swine. Hello Sumbra, and welcome back to the stream. Okay, Ayuta's having none of this. I wonder where the Orient's going, though. They've ventured off into the Siberian wastelands. So wherever they emerge from, they're going to be pretty heavily decimated. Okay, kind of taking a risk here by splitting up, but I want all these provinces in my control. If I 100% the Orient, I can make them do whatever I want. and I've got some nasty ideas. Because this is low base tax land, I'm actually just going to take quite a lot of it. No, I don't think I'll even bother vassalizing the Orient. I've got enough bonuses to make this very cheap to core. He's hesitating. He's hesitating. Tibet, you will never be free. Now get down. Yeah, maybe that'll score me a few Chinese viewers. Right, my truce with Crimea is over. I think I'll have to take Yeristan, Zaporozhye, and Kaffa, although I really don't want Kaffa. A crap province. Catholic and Greek, two things we can't stand in this world. I'll probably culture convert it later on because I'm having none of these Greek scum in my life. Also, Crimea are surprisingly low on military technology. And they don't have offensive. This'll be easy. Right? Whoa, what? Why is this land so incredibly expensive? Oh, okay. I had already asked them to get rid of Mongol. I'm not caring about them right now. Maybe later. Is that really enough? I think I want this one for myself as well. Yeah, that looks reasonable. Your ally France gave you cores in a war. Incredible. Okay, this is not a battle that I'm going to win. Or is it? Oh, it's just plain desert. I don't even have much in the way of defensive advantage. Ooh, not with losses like that, no. As they say, do not reinforce defeat. As soon as I can, I'm getting the hell out of there. Of course, getting them out of the war wouldn't be too expensive. 600 ducats. Money is only a number after all. But we'll give it a short while. It's something I'm going to have to pay attention to, this whole insufficient support when my vassals lead the battle. Don't particularly want to lose my Eastern Hussars here, but I don't have much of an option. He's coming to get me quite soon. I can make it. Get out of here. Going for 100%. Yeah, we've already got quite a lot of defensive fleshed out. No reason not to flesh it out a bit more, though. Right, we're getting call for peace. Let's get this war over with soon. Shan will take a white piece. We'll be happy with that. And with that, we should have enough for our 100% demands. That's looking good. Next war with the Orient will be a cinch. "60 aggressive expansion." Not with anyone that matters. Straight away, let's get these cores going for a grand total of not very much. Might be a pain organising these troops, though. Wouldn't even take very long. 2 years to core them. It's not like I'm small. Now, one important thing is we now have tribal conquest upon Ming. If anyone's played Ming and knows an easy way to check which faction is in charge, I'd like to know, because I want to make sure they don't have the faction that gives them discipline. If I keep that off the cards, they're going to be a piece of cake. Where is that? Don't really care about this place. Sure enough, the Orient's in the coalition, but we don't care. Coalitions are only numbers. I'm going to let our manpower recover a bit, and I'm also going to start recruiting a lot of foot troops, I think. They're going to come in handy. Oh, the Orient integrated Manchu. Too little, too late, I'm afraid. Check trade income, tax income on provinces. I'm not sure what you're meaning by that. Oh, right, for Ming. Fighting famine, inward perfection. The bureaucrat faction is in charge. I don't think they're the ones that give them a boost. The military army of Ming. Ah, Pathetic. I just want my men to reinforce a bit more, and we're going to lay waste. Might as well take Yedistan as my mission. Man, I hate these provinces so much. They're just dirt. Oh? Ah, I forgot. They're Buddhist as well. At least they're easy to convert. The Temple faction is a military faction. Thank you very much, Freeman. Right, I'm going to lay such waste to Ming, the likes of which you've never seen before. But for that I'm going to need a touch more manpower, so it might have to wait a few years or so. And my diplomats are just kind of wasting away, but trouble is I don't really want to integrate Perm and Novgorod. They're really strong. Novgorod hates me though, I should at least take care of that. Ukraine I need to keep alive for quite a while though. It is time to fast. It's a real shame. I'll never be able to get upgraded infantry. Even though I can use the trick here to recruit Eastern Hussars, that's the only advanced troop I can really recruit. I can only recruit advanced cavalry. There's not enough space here to show the infantry. A terrible shame. They'll roll over like sausages. Okay. Ah, now that's a nice idea. Manpower recovery speed. Just what the doctor ordered. I also like the idea of more advisors. And I might as well get these ideas while they're cheap. I have a modifier at the moment. Minus 5% to ideas cost. Most welcome. Okay, don't want you, and I certainly don't want you. Useless. Since nothing's going on here that much, let's have a look at Western Europe. Castile still dying. Switzerland regained their lost land. Good on them. France has unfortunately ripped Brittany to shreds. I am disgusted. Brabant doing alright. Munster still on a roll. Pomerania doing alright. I'm not sure if they can yet form Prussia. I don't know what you need to form Prussia. Never tried it. Aragon, you are something to behold, aren't you? Colonial enthusiasm. They are fools. Okay. This is actually good, despite how it may look. Because I had low legitimacy, and possibly assisted by my weak heir, I now have a tribal succession crisis, so I'm going to get an arse load of rebels, and I'm going to get +10 revolt risk everywhere. But when this finishes, I'm going to get +1 stability, so that's quite nice. Rise of a pretender, and a lot of people in a lot of places. Okay, it's mostly nationalists. You will die. You'll all die. All I need to do is ride this out, although, where's revolt risk? It's not looking too pretty. 11% even in my core provinces of my culture and my religion. But we will survive. Just gotta hold it together. Yeah, these guys are getting wrecked anyway. Don't know what they're thinking. Gold rush. Just what I need. More inflation. Add it to the pile, my friend. I'm really gonna have to get that under control at some point. It's just a number, but it is growing a bit too much. Fortunately, my later idea in this is it's only 10% inflation cost. Garbage. It's only 7 points. Revolt risk is only a number, indeed. Okay, this could be trouble. But we converted Circassia, so happy about that. No Georgian scum in my land. Okay, just like that. All I had to do was kill off the pretenders. And for that I get 25 stability. I wish. 25 legitimacy and 1 stability. Ka-ching! And the succession crisis is over. Looked easy, but if I had a large not mono, but varying culture and varying religion empire, that would have hurt quite a lot. I wouldn't have been able to shake it off that fast. Come on, Crimea. Fall. I'm going to stick attached to this unit so that this guy with a bit of siege can help me out. Orient's getting wrecked by Tibetan patriots because they're unable to send any troops to help out. This is excellent. It means I can subjugate Tibet. I want my border with them so I can have my castles upon them. And for the most part, I've almost united the Mongol lands. I'm just going to need northern Timurids. Alright, give me your land, mate. I'll take it all. I have to pay extra for Kaffa, though. Why? Because it doesn't border me, that's why. Bit of money to grease the wheels. $25 stability. That would be 250 global tax. I'd also get spy defense, revolt risk, missionary strength. Yeah, sounds good. Right, let's core these provinces. Doesn't cost very much at all. And I also want to forge a claim on Crimea, and then I will pretty much be done with the country. Yoink. Oh, I've got a new ruler, which means new piety. I need to get that up, or else I'm never going to be able to convert Moscow. I want this province converted. Because when it revolts, oh, it revolts. Lucky says, when are we going to play a multiplayer game? The answer is when Lucas gets his new laptop. He just has to mow a few more lawns. Isn't that right, Lucas? Right, claim Amdo. Sure. Overextend. Ooh, never noticed. Oh, I was over the overextension limit, but not a problem. Now all these lands are much less revolting. Still Buddhist, which in itself is revolting, but we can handle it. Now, I'm gonna have to start eyeing up Ming. For that, I want quite a lot of foot troops. My manpower is a bit crap, though. I really need to get that back, but I don't want to wait a few years for it. I've made a mistake here. I took Kaffa, but I have no access to it, and my entire fleet is only 2 cogs. Time to establish the cog wall. 6 should be enough, but 8 would be better. Royal marriage with Ukraine... sorry. Not gonna happen. 92% army tradition and terrible generals. Yeah, that's part of the reason I don't make generals very often. I'd rather just keep high army tradition for the bonuses. Look at that, manpower recovery speed almost 40%. 20% more morale. It's golden. I knew it. I can't even take on those guys. Hey, Crimea, how about, no military access. Sweden have embargoed me. But we don't have a border. I'm sure they won't declare. I'm going to need even more ships. Yeah, you don't lose tradition making generals in the EU4, but you do lose 50 points of military power, and that's not something I want to lose. Oh, I really can't lose Kaffa. All that coring. Lose 1 stability for 5 inflation. Now that's an event I can really get behind. Because losing 5 inflation, you're using administrative points. That would be almost 200, whereas 1 stability. 200. just a number, right? Excellent. Land tradition is now minus 45%. That's quite a bit. When I get my next administrative idea, I'm going to get 25% more manpower and cheaper stability increase. Ugh. Disgusting Dutch Republic. Get out. Greedy goyms. Got the mission to conquer Dagestan. That's where exactly? No thanks. I know it's my culture and all, but it's also Shiite. Kara is not yet small enough to convert the religion of, or make into a vassal. Okay, finally got a fleet. Let's save Kaffa. Don't let me down now. Now I get -2 for boarding, but I do get my bonus for attacking on planes. So let's wreck these guys. The Reckoning. These guys are going to be designated the Kaffa protection guys, because, like I said, I don't want to lose it. That would be showing weakness, and the time has come to show strength. Strength and what? Going to be touching a bit above my support limit here, but we can survive that. What a strange notion, going above my support limit as a horde. Oh well. It's only a number after all. Okay, Ming are still vastly behind in military technology. I think the time for war is upon us. Please be a strong air. I'll take average. Excellent. Might consider pouring my diplomatic points into building some trade depots. They really help out with trade value. I'm also going to annex Perm. I do like the power that they bring, but they also nibble away at the Kazakh trade node, where I would quite like to have a majority share of. Also, hold on. Novgorod have power here. You know, I really don't think I like this whole propagating trade power upstream. Ah, well. The plan against the higher tech Western groups is to try to keep on par with them in terms of military technology as best I can, and always just fight them in my homeland, although I'm currently 5 techs behind. If the Ottomans declared war on me anytime soon, they would wreck me. So we're hoping that doesn't happen. I might start annexing Novgorod as well before I start this Chinese war. Just to get them out of my face. Alright, Moskva is going nowhere because I don't have the piety, among other things. Hopefully an event will pop up to fix that, but it might not. Okay, we're only paying 3 ducats for being over force limit. Acceptable. Okay, a few more months, I begin annexing Novgorod, and then I come down upon Ming like a pile of hammers. What could go wrong? Hot damn, that's a good air. Of all the times, Crimea, you now join the coalition? You crazy. Well, I'm sure between you and the Orient Horde you will flatten me. What? According to the governor of Moskva, the citizens are in uproar because of our missionaries' complete lack of respect for any religious practice or traditions different from their own. He is asking us to consider cancelling all further missionary activities, or at least send in some troops. I don't want to lose piety, but I don't want to lose piety. Alright, fine. I'm getting rid of them. Okay, Novgorod. Get in my belly. great tribal conquest of Ming. Haji Mario. The idea here is kind of to funnel them into this mostly desert area, and then I will converge upon them. It's like a kill zone. Also, because I declared war on their Confucian, right? Should have bulked up my piety, maxed that out, and Moskva will still not convert. I need an advisor or something. But no such advisor exists. Come on, Ming. Do your worst. Now, it's very important that I don't... Oh, jeez. It's very important that I don't occupy any land, otherwise I'm going to get called for peace. So I'm going to send out some troops and tell my vassals that they can attach to them. And hopefully they'll just sit around and do nothing. For the most part, I don't want any of my troops to say that they can be attached to, unless they're designated for that. Come on, give me some money. Spend some money on marketplaces, just because we're approaching the limit of diplomatic points. That'll do. Come on, Ming, bring it on. Wreck you. Pff, 9,000 troops. Good night, Lucky. Okay, this is good. I've caught Perm's troops over here. Novgorod's troops, though, might not be so easy to catch. I'll see if I can make them attached to this little dude here in, I don't know, Vladimir? Did I get scared off or something? What a shame. Kaffa comes, but they are no match. Okay, 20,000 troops, that's more like it. Come on. I'll show you what we're made of. No general, even. Get out of here! You are far from welcome here, Ming. Ugh, more gold. Just what I needed. Just what I need to see. Well, I'm gonna get that at least. Manpower plus 25%. Just what a horde needs. Generals concerned by our unmanly tactics. Who needs prestige? My God, Ming. Your papier-mâché troops are just not holding it together here. Korea might be a different story, but... no, I don't think so. I don't think so. So let's see what's going wrong here for them. They get minus 25% for inward perfection on their discipline. And I am flanking them and destroying them. 2 points more morale, okay. Not a ghost of a chance. I'll wreck their manpower a bit before I send in the foot troops. Having the kill pit definitely helps, like the 20% extra... Is it 20 or is it 25? The extra damage from cavalry. Damage from everything, actually. Let me double check. Right, forget it, we can just plow on in here. 25% shock damage. My cavalry deal 20% extra damage anyway from Horde ideas. Get out of here. Not even the artillery stood a chance. Oh, always bringing in a bit more troops this time. Into the kill pit with you. Trade efficiency goes down. Nah, not worth the power. Okay, right, it might be getting serious now. Come on. Integrated Lithuania, time to convert all that land. See, it's part of the reason why I told Ukraine to become Muslim. Means they have to convert this land for me. They're not doing a very good job, but I'm sure with an increase in piety they can manage. I have managed to capture all the managed to capture all of my vassals' troops so they don't interfere here. Okay, and I want them to not die though, so help them out with their own internal strife. Okay, so he's actually coming for me in the mountains where I will not get my bonus. I reckon we can still deal with them though. Oh, he's changing his mind. Can't quite decide what's happening. Make your mind up, buddy. Okay, so he's coming for me at Govi. Oh, make your mind up, Ming. I don't actually want you to get lots of war exhaustion, okay? Let me make things just a little bit easier for you. I'm right here. Wherever I go, I must... Oh, what I want is that picture of the guy that says, wherever I go, I must grid. It's great for city builders. Okay. Come on. Come on. You can do better than that. Evidently not. Feel the power of the Horde. Know and fear me. Let's take advantage of our ability to negate a considerable amount of attrition here and get my foot troops in on the case. Yeah, Protestant is the way to go. Although I will highly recommend starting Hindu and converting to Muslim. Hindu gets some really nice national decisions to help out with missionary conversion, chance, and prestige. I mean, it's really good. Come on, bruv. China, what are you doing? You're embarrassing me. I'll have these guys pretty much on patrol and get the rest of you guys down here. We got money to make. Yeah, I don't want to disband those Lithuanian horses. They are too good. Okay, time for attrition. I'm funneling them over here. They'll have no option to get around here unless they get military access, which they do not. So I'm going to be holding off all of Korea and Ming's retreated troops here at Laoxi. I will eventually go for the slaughter, but there are other things to take care of before then. Gotta horde fast. It's a shame that siege has given me a bit of attrition, but that's okay. We'll survive. Somehow. Give me the money. Come on. I think when I started this war I had maybe 600 ducats. So keep an eye on that one. Gonna need more foot troops down here on the Pronto. March them over to the coast. A little bit more use there. Now, Chinese land is extremely rich. I'll be making $1 gazillion out of this. Assuming he doesn't somehow catch me off guard. Could easily happen. Especially since I'm only using 1,000 at a pop, he could quite easily stack wipe me with like a 10 stack of troops. But we're hoping that doesn't happen. Yeah, Manchu, I don't like the way you're operating here. Now this would only be half as effective for any other country, but because I'm playing as a Horde, I get double the amount from looting. Also, being a Horde means I'm able to support this enormous army. So yes, Hordes have been gimped severely, but you should still be able to play to their advantages, rather than whining about what you no longer have. Oops. Maybe I should be taking care of my vassals here. I can't, there's too much gold. It's corrupting me. Oh, all that money it's making Eastern Europe just seem like a bust. Look at all this shame, China. How can you look at yourself? Okay, our manpower is still growing, so thankfully we're not actually even losing many troops here. Okay, we're losing 1% of each man due to siege, but in reality it's only half of that because of our Horde ideas. All is well. can never have too much money. It's just not possible. This is beautiful. And we're almost done. Manchu could be an issue though. But I need to make sure that none of my sieges are actually progressing. If they are, it's usually because I've got a little bit too many people in it. Although it could also be because Manchu helps me out. Not really sure I want to loot Korea. I mean, they're probably going to have revolt problems of their own. Far too big to vassalize. I'll just scare them a bit. That's one issue we're going to have, revolts. Mostly down to war exhaustion, which I was hoping to keep low by not occupying their lands. But that's okay, I got plenty of disposable horses that can take their place. He says. Paid down some of that war exhaustion. But wow, we are rolling in the gold now. Let's get those marketplaces going en masse. Diplomatic points practically useless for me. I haven't even taken 1 point of war exhaustion for this whole war. Money, money, money. It's very funny. Oh, free manpower, free piety, free Casus Belli. Oh, hello Timmy, I see you're getting yourself back together. Too little, too late, but I admire your cojones. I can even spend my money to get some free admin power. Yeah, sure, why not? Maybe I could spend it on reducing my inflation. this is pretty much deserving of a screenshot. Go. So if anyone hasn't been watching the previous streams and is a bit confused as to why I'm doing this, and I know quite a lot of people don't actually know looting exists in this game. When you park troops on a province that doesn't border a province where you have military access, you can loot the province once every 6 months. The amount you make from looting is equal to that province's base tax. So for Guanxi, that's 5, but as a horde you get double that, so I get 10 ducats twice a year from this province. So it's one little foot troop parked there, who costs me a staggering 1.7 ducats a year. He's making me 20 ducats a year from that province. Multiply that across all of China, which has some incredibly high base tax provinces. 11 from here. And you've got a lot of money, to say the least. We can get Korea out of this horrible war. All this money is inflation free. If you saw Ryukyu, it was a very large part of the strategy there. Right, Timurids is allied to the Ottomans. That ain't good at all. It's their only alliance as well. It's going to be tricky to get around that. But we'll find a way in due time. Horde always wins, baby. I'm meant to make 23 ducats per month. I made over 30 that month. Ah, this is glorious. It's a shame about their war exhaustion though. They shouldn't be getting war exhaustion from this alone. But the problem is they have some occupied lands and Manchu doesn't seem to want to peace out. Perhaps I should be considering other wars I can fight during this time. At the very least I can recall some troops. I mean, there's Armenia. Basically anyone that isn't allied to the Ottomans. Crimea unfortunately have that slight issue of being the coalition against me, so if I fight them I'll be drawing in the Orient. Lithuania, my favourite punching bag, but they have exceeded me in military technology. Could be trouble. God damn, I love money so much. I don't know how this bug's still in, that it keeps showing everything as increasing manpower. We showed it off in the beta, but they didn't fix it. Oh, big mistake, Crimea. Welcome to the fold. I'll be taking Crimea if you don't mind. Still my claim. Might as well take the mission. Actually, I'd rather take the mission to form an alliance with Armenia. I'm not going to marry them though. Although, you know, for 25 dip, why not? Yeah, I think I'll offer vassalization as well. Gonna need better relations. Crimea, please. So much glorious golden money. Get those relations up with Armenia. What now? Could keep milking Ming for a little bit longer, and then maybe see to an actual war goal with them. I mean, I'm going to want to punch out Shan and Zhou from them. I'll take them in my own name though and release them as Muslim vassals. I want to get a close-up view of some of this money coming in. Rebels. Rebel scum. The most electrifying entertainment on Twitch today. The endless looting. But I ain't spending 50 dip to get rid of your vassal. To get trade power though, if you don't mind. everything was right with the world. 7 base tax province only costing me 40 admin, taking just over 2 years. Might be a little dull, but at least this is severely strengthening our country. I'm a strong believer in having a lot of infrastructure for your country. Because when the Westerners come knocking, we're going to need a lot of buffer. A lot of money, a lot of manpower. Also, I hope I can beat Spain to, oh god, no, Portugal, get away. Saying I hope I can beat Spain to over here. Okay, we got the guy that gives missionary strength. Precisely what I was needing. Of course, now we need a bit more, piety, unfortunately. Annex and release Tibet, that's certainly an option. I think Tibet has a bonus to conversion rate, surely? That should do it. And finally, Muscovy is being converted again. Slowly but surely. Let's hope my leader doesn't die anytime soon. It's strange, as a Horde, I've got -1 to all techs, and I've got a worse rate of teching than these Chinese and Indian technology people. But I'm still ahead of them in military tech. Should be wiping the floor with me. Tibet gets a 1% boost to missionaries, thank you very much. Although annexing them might be expensive in terms of diplomatic points. Pfft, who am I kidding? Who needs diplomatic points? Okay, Perm, welcome to the fold. What have you got for me? A whole lot of useless, so we're getting rid of your foot troops. And the rest can go to Moskva. Falalan hype. Some troops up to former Perm. Take care of any revolts that might pop up there. Oh, that's annoying. Shan has popped on in, sensed the weakness, and decided they want a piece of the Tibetan pie. Get out of here, Shan. This is my place. Okay, not too concerned about that one island. Zo nationalists. So why can't I release Shan in a peace deal? They don't exist, do they? No, surely not. I can only release Zo. I'll take some relatively low base tax provinces and release them as Zo and Shan. These two look fine. Wen Shan and blah, blah, blah. What is more? I'll take 2 and release as Shan. These two seem adequate. Revolts are breaking out now, I'm not too concerned. Oh. Agricultural revolution in Moscow. Normally that'd be fantastic, even more base tax, but that would make it very hard for this missionary to complete his job, so I'll just take the manpower, thank you very much. What do you mean Shan is right there? I can't see them. Oh, I mean Shun. I mean that's Shan, but I'm talking about the Chinese nation of Shun. Claim the province of Alks, I don't mind if I do. Ah, that's a bit annoying. He made Tibet give a province back to the Orient Horde, but I will take that straight back. This is getting messy, but hopefully it'll all tie itself together. Yeah, we could well be seeing the Mughals forming at this rate. They would no longer become a horde, so I wouldn't have my amazing Casus Belli on them. I'd only get my half-amazing Casus Belli. So I want to avoid that from happening. Unfortunately, their alliance with Muscovy could prove troublesome in that regard. Their alliance with Ottomans. Holy moly, these revolts. It's taking a tragically long time to siege Tibet.